worse than a day like this when you lose.
So the players still taking all the time in the world to allow their supporters to join in the celebration on the occasion of the 5th win in a row. And that particularly loud cheer is for the management team, Walter Smith and Archie Knox, now on the near side of the pitch, walking round the playing surface.
You can never get too much of this. We're delighted. We're in the European Cup again. Let's hope we can go and do as well as we've done this season.
It's been a fantastic season. Can you promise Walter Smith more money to strengthen the team even more in the summer?
I think the problem is everyone's going to have to realise and have a bit of reality. You can't spend money willy-nilly. We will spend money sensibly. A lot of people are going to put a lot of money into Rangers, and my job is to spend it wisely, and that's what I will do.
The players now taking a lot of time with the handicapped supporters down there in that corner of the field. A lot of wheelchairs there, and one of the happier aspects of these celebration occasions is the time which is taken by the players.
Does it feel the parties, the atmosphere really beginning now?
It's a great atmosphere, Clive. It's great to win the championship again.
And to score a goal on such a good occasion.
To score a goal, yeah, it's always good.
How does this compare about anything? There have been stories about you possibly leaving Rangers. Presumably now you want to stay and enjoy such as this.
I know, I heard the stories then, but I knew there was never anything in it because I wanted to stay here and make the right decision.
Cut out there of McCoy's with Oliver Reed's head on the top. Party will begin in earnest for these Rangers players tonight, and also for the legions of supporters.
Okay, the man in your back is Oliver Reed, I understand. Is he going to be able to keep up with you drinking tonight?
I sincerely doubt it. With a bit of crack beforehand, I thought it'd be a good laugh, and it's certainly a great day, Chick. Fabulous.
How did it feel watching that, sitting in the dugout when all the celebrations were starting?
Oh, it was difficult, but the main thing was the boys won the game. It would have been a bit flat if we hadn't got the right result. We did get the right result, so it's party time.
Any chance this is setting your injury back a few months?
I hope not. That's what you said. Don't tell the doc that. Don't tell the doc that. Man, you're not there, no?
You showed some pace in that lap of the track there.
It's the quickest I've moved all season.
The rest of the season.
The quickest I've moved all season. We'll enjoy today, but with the Scottish Cup final to go chicken, that could cap a tremendous season.
All the formalities complete, the lap of honour complete. Players now make to the dressing room. The champagne, no doubt, will be flowing, and the Rangers fans can make their way to the exits with the cup final to relish in 3 weeks' time.
Derek, I think that was a bit hard on Oliver Reed, wasn't it, having his face plastered all over the back of Ali McCoy?
Disgraceful. What a lovely challenge that was at the end as well, wasn't it, McCoy's? Fabulous stuff, yeah.
And that's what Rangers are striving for season after season, winning the championship. But was that a meaningless match?
Well, I don't think it's a meaningless match because there's 40-odd thousand people there and they don't want to see Rangers go out there and swan about. I think Dundee United made it a good game, especially the first half. They came forward in numbers, played very, very well, created 5 or 6 good chances in the first half, but their problem is putting the ball in the back of the net, and that was evident today.
You were involved in similar situations where the league's won. I mean, is it difficult keeping the concentration going?
It is. I can remember we played Airdrie the last game of the season. The league had already been won, and John Gregg came around in a chariot around the park and everything else, playing Airdrie. 60,000 people were at Ibrox, and Airdrie won 1-0. It was one of these games.
We spoke about the Dundee United performance this afternoon. I know they impressed you greatly.
They did, especially the first 45, and up front the two were outstanding today. And remember, they are without Duncan Ferguson, but these two for me were outstanding. They're so mobile, both Christian Daly and Paddy Conley. They've got pace, they've got great skills, and they head towards the goal all the time. They've got good heads on their shoulders. Only 19-year-old Christian Daly. Look, can take men on. He just loves having a go at them. It's great seeing centre forwards doing that again. On that occasion, as it happened a few times, any time they got near the goal, they were brought down. But, you know, good in the air. All-round games, the two of them were marvellous today. They worked well as a pair.
They're causing problems to experienced players there,
well,
too.
yeah, because they're sharp. They're very, very sharp up front. They're great running off the ball. Fabulous. They go wide. They don't just play through the middle. They want to come back the halfway line. They're good at holding the ball up. They'll go wide. They're confident enough to hit the ball with their so-called wrong foot. They're taking on John Brown there up the line. I mean, it was just great confidence in youngster. Look, you see it coming. Just flicks it by. I mean, great ability. And it's a big stage as well for them. for such a young lad, 40-odd thousand people there. The two of them just worked hard together, but as I said earlier, the problem with Dundee United this season, they're doing a lot of good work. Up into the 18-yard line, it's good stuff. They're playing a lot of nice 1-2s, but in the end, it's all about putting the ball in the back of the net, and that's where they're struggling.
Dundee United may well have to push on with that combination, because I guess the probability is that Duncan Ferguson will be away in the summer. Well,
I think whoever's the manager of Dundee United will decide that. I mean, Jim hanging up his boots now, and that'll be him back into the dressing room. Will he have any say in the matter? I think that'll be up to the man that comes in. But I would like to think whoever takes over will say, look, Duncan, stay here for another year at the earliest, just a year, and after that, you can go anywhere you want.
What are the chances that he'll end up with today's opposition?
Well, it's all about money, isn't it? I mean, if somebody comes in with an offer for 3 million or 3.5 million, how can Dundee United turn that down when you get two youngsters like that playing like that every week, if they do it?
Rangers certainly aren't lacking at the other end of the pitch. A real tremendous performance from Andy Gorham. Bearing in mind all that's gone before, to produce that sort of performance a couple of weeks from the end of the season is fantastic.
He's been doing it all season, Rob. It's nothing new that we're speaking about Andy Gorham. He's just had a marvellous season. That's why he's picked up all these awards, because he's been consistently outstanding. And he had 4 or 5 saves today, especially in the first half, and when United actually came through, there were 2 or 3 times it was man for man. That was Christian Daly, great bit of pace running through again. You know, he stands his ground, doesn't go down too early, waits for the shot to be hit before he gets down. It's a Bowman volley, difficult one again, it bounced just in front of him, but again he holds the ball, and he's a very, very confident goalkeeper, and I think he appreciates the defenders he's got in front of him. If they're going to allow people past, then the defenders have got confidence that Andy can hold the ball.
And another speech required from him tomorrow night at the Players' Player of the Year dinner.
It will be, and it's been thoroughly deserved this season, certainly for Rangers and Scotland.
So no problems in that area, but where do you see Rangers strengthening? We've mentioned Duncan Ferguson there, but are they looking for a good defensive player, possibly Alan McLaren?
Well, that's what happened. Everyone's talking about midfield men. I think Rangers have got plenty of midfield men. I think defensively they are looking, obviously, Alan McLaren's just one man, but he is under contract, remember. Whoever takes over as a Hearts boss will be saying, I want to keep Alan McLaren. But certainly a good, strong defender, yes, and somebody to help out Mark Hateley and Alan McCoist up front, an experienced player, that's what they're looking for.
And whoever takes over the reins at Dundee United is inheriting a team which is at a great end to the season. Well, they dropped points earlier on, but they've finished strongly.
I'll tell you what, if Dundee United play like that every week, and they can only stick the ball in the back of the net, they will be a force again. There's no doubts about that whatsoever. A lot of great kids.
OK, Derek, well, while Rangers won, Aberdeen drew at home to St Johnstone. They're now 11 points behind. Frank McAvenny's penalty gave Celtic a win against Partick Thistle at Firhill. Dundee beat Hibs 3-1 to confirm their Premier status. Airdrie drew with Hearts at Tynecastle, but they'd have gone down even if they won, because Motherwell beat Falkirk at Fir Park to make themselves uncatchable. After match, Motherwell manager Tommy McLean issued his personal view that the Premier Division should be expanded, possibly to 16 clubs, to decrease the number of games and, he says, maintain quality. In the First Division, Kilmarnock are just a point away from promotion. They won 3-0 at Cowdenbeath today, while Norrie McCarthy missed a penalty in Dunfermline's goalless draw at Dumbarton, and St Mirren drew 3 each at Ayr. Even if the Pars match Kilmarnock's points total, it's highly unlikely they can overtake on goal difference. Meadowbank lost to champions Wraith and go down. Stirling Albion won at Morton and stay up. Cowdenbeath have the claim to fame that they're the first Scottish club for 30 years to go through a whole season without winning a home league game. Bet they're pleased about that. In the Second Division, Clyde were crowned champions today when they beat Queen of the South at Palmerston. Next week they're at home to Brechin, who beat Albion Rovers today to keep second spot. Trailing only on goal difference are Stranraer, who today beat Berwick. Competition time now, and the chance for 2 youngsters to lead out Rangers and Aberdeen in the final of the Tennant Scottish Cup in 3 weeks' time, and to have their family with them to share in the lunch, limos and best seats in the house VIP day out courtesy of the sponsors. To win, you have to answer these questions. When did Rangers and Aberdeen last meet in the Scottish Cup final, and what was the score? Those questions again: when did Rangers and Aberdeen last meet in the Scottish Cup final, and what was the score? Put your answers on a postcard or sealed down envelope along with the name, age and address of the mascot hopeful and a telephone number so we can get in touch with the winners. Our address is Sports Scene, BBC Scotland, Queen Margaret Drive, Glasgow, G12 8DG. And don't forget to tell us which team you support. Today was a big day for the under-12 teams of Glasgow's Baljaffrey and Thorntree primary schools. Their meeting in the Tudor Crisps Cup final entertained a crowd of more than 40,000. It took place at half-time today at Ibrox. 7-a-side, that brand of football which the experts reckon is the best bet for developing skills in youngsters. And it was Thorntree Primary, victors over St Patrick's of Denny in the semi-finals, who scored the only goal of the final. Skipper Stuart Kelly won the ball himself and came up with the perfect finish. Looks pleased. No panic at all when the chance presented itself, and Kelly beating Fraser Bisley from a tight angle. This was about as close as Baljaffrey got. Craig Gallagher lost possession there, and an opportunity about to fall to Douglas McGregor, whose shot was saved by Trevor Houston. Great half-time entertainment for the capacity crowd, and a day to remember for Thorntree, especially that man Stuart Kelly, who scored the winner and then collected the Tudor Crisps Cup as captain from Condugan of the Scottish Schools FA. You were there, Derek, and enjoyed it too. It
was fabulous entertainment. I mean, the smaller pitch and the young lads, most of them got a kick of the ball. I mean, you're fed up watching the big game, the small lads on a big pitch, standing there freezing, not getting a touch, but they all got a touch and enjoyed it. That's got to be the way ahead, games like that, 7-a-side.
The smaller pitch would probably have suited you better as well, wouldn't it?
I'd agree with that as well.